Welcome to These Are the Blades of Our Lives, the figure skating show where I talk to you about figure skating like it is drama for our mama. We have a lot going on in figure skating right now. I'm gonna do two prediction videos. I'm gonna separate them. Well, technically, three prediction videos. One on Zagreb, one on the Junior Grand Prix, one on the Senior Grand Prix. So this is gonna be the prediction video for Zagreb. But before I even get to this video, there's a lot going on in figure skating right now, and I just wanted, to take a moment to recap. So Diana Stiletto Dudek and Maxime Deschamps had to pull out of the Grand Prix final because Max is not feeling well. As always, for me, it's always health first, health first. As someone who is constantly praying for good health, who doesn't like being sick, who doesn't like being in pain, I always want these athletes, anyone, everyone, to put their health first. That's physical, spiritual, emotional, psychological. Always put your health first. So I'm really glad that they're taking this chance to just try to get themselves together, for Max to get a chance to rest, to feel better, and hopefully they'll come back even stronger for Canadian Nationals and then eventually Worlds. In addition, we also heard that Gabrielle Papadakis and Guillaume Cizeron officially retired, which is not surprising. If you read some of the articles that Gabby was putting out, she didn't have a very nice experience over at IM. She had a lot of difficulties in her skating, and you know, so I didn't really. I had hoped that they would come back, but I didn't really believe that they would. I mean, after all, they've already done two successful Olympic cycles. They have a silver and a gold medal. They have countless European titles. They have countless world titles. So they have probably achieved a lot of their dreams. So, as long as this is a decision that makes them happy, I'm very happy for them, and I hope they find other things to fulfill their life. Making a comeback to competing, I'm still watching the South Korean ranking competition, so maybe I'll make a video about that in Japanese junior nationals if I get a chance. But I did watch the short program for both the men and the women, the seniors, not the juniors, at the South Korean ranking competition, and Hyen Lee was there competing. Now, I'm trying to understand. I'm not going to say I understand fully, but I am trying to understand. So I believe what happened, Hyen Lee and Yu Young were not suspended by the ISU. They were suspended by the South Korean Skating Union. That's who suspended them based on the sexual harassment behavior. But then Hyen Lee took it to court, to the legal court system of South Korea. And the legal court system, not the skating union, but the legal court system of South Korea, determined that based on the evidence and that were provided, that the actions that took place cannot be defined as sexual harassment under South Korean laws. I mean, at least when I was reading it, I think that's what it entailed. I'm not 100% sure, but that's the gist of what I get. Now, I don't know what South Korean culture is like. Yes, I'm a huge K-pop, Dumbang Shingi for life. Um, I do watch a lot of Asian drama, specifically South Korean drama, but that doesn't give me an understanding of their culture, their laws, the regulation. So I don't know what the culture in South Korea is like and what the dynamic of that relationship was. I can only speak from my perspective, and I'm very uncomfortable with the idea of a 13-year-old dating a 14-year-old and a 15-year-old dating a 19-year-old. To me, that's icky. There's an icky factor to it that I'm just very, very uncomfortable with. Having said that, Hyen Lee is back. She competed at the ranking competition. I didn't get to see the long program. Um, I do believe she was one of the second highest finishing senior women there. I think she finished fourth. So it is possible that they will send her to Worlds. We're just gonna have to wait and see. In addition, Adam Siorhimfa also withdrew from the Grand Prix final because he's trying to recover from injury. Um, which again, huge supporter of athletes putting their health first, listening to their bodies and taking the time to heal. So those were some of the things that are going on in the figure skating sphere. There's a lot of other stuff going on, but those were like the major things that I wanted to cover. So now for my prediction for the 2024 Golden Spin of Zagreb. I'm going to start with the ice dance because I feel like that's where the most drama is going to be, and I always want to start with the most drama. I don't really know most of the pairs that are competing here. And I'll just be honest. And I honestly feel like this competition is just a pre-show for giving Diana Davis and Gleb Smokin the scores that they need to get on the podium at European. That's honestly how I feel. However, I don't care about the white envelope dinner judges. If we are going to go based on skills, talent, and program, my top five would look like this. Leah Nasset and Autumn Makalev would be in first place. Phoebe Becker and James Hernandez would be in second place. Elizabeth Teshnoko Takshenko and Alexei Kilikov would be in third place. Diana Davis and Gleb Smokin would be in fourth place. And then Jennifer Rosenberg and Benjamin Steffen would be in fifth place. Listen, I feel like out of all the competing pairs here in ice dance, Leah and Autumn are the most well balanced. Again, there is an icky factor that I have about their teenage marriage, but I'm going to put that icky factor aside for a moment and focus on the skating, I guess. And they are the most well balanced pair at this competition for me. Although this is only their senior debut, they have two good programs. They skate these programs with good edge control, with good speed, with good presentation. He is presenting her to the best of his ability, and she is selling it. She gives you face. This pair emotes. More her and less him, but they emote. And I feel like if we were just gonna go based on the skills and not on the politics behind it, they would be first here, granted that they skate cleanly. In second place, I would have Phoebe and James. I think they are one of the better package teams this season. I like both of their programs. However, they have yet to skate clean all season. If they did skate clean, for me, I would put them in second place. In third place, I have Elizabeth and Alexei. There is something I like about this team. I don't love their programs this season. However, there is good potential there, especially her. I can sense an ice dance diva in the making. When she's sitting in the kiss and cry, she's looking at the judges like, you better give me my score. I could feel it in her. I might be projecting. And then, yes, in fourth place, I would have Diana Davis and Gleb Smokin. And I'm putting them there not because I don't like Ekaterina, which I don't. And not because Ekaterina is Diana Davis's mother, which she is. But because, honestly, if you look at their skating skills, if you look at Diana's edge control, if you look at their speed, if you look at how uncomfortable their jumps are, if you look at the fact that they don't have great programs, and you take those things into account, which are the things that should matter, and you remove the fact that she is Ekaterina's daughter, this is where she would be. Let us be bluntly honest. If it was not for Ekaterina, she would not even be in some of these conversations that we're having. So for me, she's in fourth place. And then I have Jennifer and Benjamin in fifth place because I don't really like their materials this season. That's just it for me. As for the men, depending on if they're manning or not, yep, that's going to be a new terminology in skating from now on. I would like to see Mikhail Shudorov continue his winning streak here. I would like to see Lucas Bucci finally get on the podium. He's been struggling a little this season. I would like to see Matteo Rizzo. So for my podium, it would be Mikhail Shudorov in first place, Lucas Bucci in second place, Matteo Rizzo in third place, then Alexander Selevko in fourth place, maybe followed by Vladimir Simonov, then Nikolai Mamola, then Nika Getse, then maybe Mikhail Selevko, and then, the rest of the skaters who do not have the jump power, but sometimes can give you really nice performances. Like, maybe Mauricio Zadran, maybe he'll have a good outing here. Arlet Levanti, always a favorite. And then as for the two American men, Tomoki Hiwatashi, he had a really, really good outing at his Grand Prix. So, but then again, you just don't know what you're going to get with Tomoki. And then Kemden Pokinen, I feel like we're probably going to get more of the same with Kemden Pokinen. So I'll put them all the way at the bottom and see what happened. So I'm having Mikhail in first place only because he just had like a fabulous competition to wrap out his Grand Prix final. He just learned that he's going to be in the Grand Prix final replacing Adam Sion Hemfa. And I think a win here would just solidify that, not only in his mind, but also in the judge's mind. I have Lucas in second place because I really, really want Lucas to have a good outing. He's such a favorite of mine, and all this season he's been struggling. So I would like for him to have like a good competition here and win a medal to let that give him some confidence leading into European and Worlds. I would also like to see Matteo on the podium. He's coming back from injury. He's fighting with that triple loop, which he probably shouldn't do in the short program, but just save it for the long. But he's trying to get it down in preparation for the at-home Olympic. So I would really like for him to like medal here because he's gonna face a tough battle at his national. So I would like for him, to have a good outing here and just get him in a positive mindset for his national. Alexander is also having a fairly difficult season. He had so much momentum last season, and I just feel like, he's a little deflated this season. So I would like to see him in the top four. Vladimir just had a very nice competition at his last event. Very nice competition, very musical, very performative type of skater. I would like to see that continue. And then Nikolai, another skater that has been competing way too much this season and just struggling way too much. And again, every time I see him on the ice, I feel like Nikolai has grown a little. Just every time he grew a little. And then I know that Nika Igatse is going to be higher up here than I have him. So I have him in seventh place. Even though both Mikhail and Mika have jump drill programs, Mikhail's jumps are so beautiful. Mikhail's jumps are exquisite. He's got that Alexei Mishin jump technique that is absolutely beautiful, that I enjoy seeing so much. I don't enjoy seeing Nika's jumps that much. And the fact that Ekaterina is going to be sitting in the kiss and cry, rubbing his knees, I don't want her. Yeah, I'm just gonna be up straight with you guys. I don't want him winning a medal because I don't want her smug face to be smiling. I'm sorry, guys. I'm petty. Take me as I am. Petty. I'm so sorry. But he's probably gonna end up on the podium because he has a lot more quads than some of the other skaters. And I guess it will all depend if he's clean. If he's clean, the judges will probably put him on the podium. But I don't enjoy his jump drill, so I'm putting him in seventh place. So that's how I would like to see it play out. For the pairs, I'm looking at the pairs listed here, and I have no idea who could win this. This really could be a situation where it's anyone's win. If I had to take a guess, I would probably, I don't know, I'd rank them Brooke McIntosh and Marco Zadron. I'd put them in first place. Ellie Chen and Spencer Akia Howie, I would put them in second place. Oksana Vulamos and Tom Bovat, I would put them in third place. Kamil Kovalev and Pavel Kovalev, I would put in 4th place. Lulia Chetnia and Mika Wuzatnia. I'm going to learn how to say this couple's name. If it's the last thing I do, I'm going to learn it. I will put them in 5th place. Leticia Rutcher and Louis Suchter. And then probably rounding out the top 8 would be like Greta Crawford and John Crawford, and then Aurelia Fallah and Theodore Bell. If I had to take like a guess, I would rank them like that. I'm putting Brooke and Marco in 1st place only because they had a really good competition last season. Not last season, they just got together. They just had a really good competition at their last event. If they could carry the momentum from that and be consistent, I could see them winning this event here. I'm putting Emily and Spencer in 2nd place because they're just coming back from injury, even though they're wonderful skaters with world-class elements. They just don't have the mileage and the stamina. But if the other skaters don't show up, they possibly could be on that podium. As for the rest of it, I think it's just going to be about who's clean here. Now, I do have 2 dark horses, which are 2 newly formed pair. So we are supposed to see here, we don't know if they're going to be here or not, the debut of Audrey Shen and Balaz Nagy. So this new U.S. pair is supposed to be really, really good, but no one has actually seen them compete. And this will be the first time we get to see them compete. I mean, if they could get it together, anything could happen here. We're also going to have Gabriela Izzo and Luke Merehofera. They're also making their debut. They're also a brand new pair. Are they going to be fabulous? Or are they going to be a hot mess? I don't know. So we would have to wait and see. So I do feel like this particular event, this pair event, is really open up to anyone who wants to take it. And I would say the same thing about the women. I would say at this event, there are at least 6 women capable of winning this title. And I think it's going to all be based on a couple of factors. Who could be clean? How generous are the tech callers? Who are the tech callers generous to? And who are the tech callers not generous to? I think that will be the deciding factor. So if everyone who's supposed to be here show up being here, I had to rank them, I would say 1st place Alyssa Liu, followed by Kimi Rippon, followed by Nina Pinzaroni, followed by Luna Hendrick, then in 5th place Brady Tennell, 6th place Mai Mazzara, 7th place Livia Kaiser, 8th place Soo-Young Kim, 9th place Lee Sera, and then maybe rounding up the top 10, Eva Lota Caboose. I'm putting Alyssa in 1st place because, she's having a really nice comeback. The judges are really liking her. I adore her short program. Her free program is also very fun. She looks like she's having skating again. I'm loving skating for her. We could see her with a possible win here. I'm putting her in 2nd place, but she could also win here, is Kimi Rippon. I think it would all depend on her edge, call, and cues. If Kimi comes here and she does 2 clean program, the judges can also go with her. Alyssa beat Kimi in the short, but Kimi won the free the last time they had a head-to-head. So we would have to wait and see. I'm putting Nina in 3rd place only because all season long, those tech callers have been coming for Nina. They just won't give Nina a break. So if we get that same continuation, I can definitely see Nina struggling a little here. So I'm putting her in 3rd, but we would have to see what happened. Now, Luna Hendricks could absolutely, completely win this entire competition. The problem is we just don't know what state Luna is in. Is she fully healed? Is she coming back a little too early? How rotated would her jumps be? Is she keeping those same program? Are we gonna have the leg lift in front of the judges? Um, there's a lot of factors that will determine Luna Hendrix's placement. We would have to wait and see. For now, I'm putting her in fourth, but I'm not ruling out the possibility of her probably winning. Brady Tennell, again, the tech caller. Those jumps not rotated. So if the tech caller decides to ding them on the not rotation, then we're probably going to have a fifth place Brady. But if the tech caller decides to go on an espresso break, Brady could win this too. You just don't know. Um, Maya, her last event, she was very consistent, very clean. So you never know if the other ladies mess up. She could find herself in the top three. You never know. Livia, my girthy jumper, but she's got like no control on her triple triple combination. And I feel like if she does a triple double combination, that's already putting her in a hole that she then has to dig herself out of. So that's very, I don't know. I don't know. And then then Soo Young, the Korean women have struggled all season. I would love for her to have a really good outing here to like end it on a positive note, but we would have to wait and see. Leah also has struggled all season. Ava is coming back from injury, so we'll have to wait to see how they perform. Also coming back from injury, I didn't even know she was getting ready to make a comeback until I saw her name listed for this event. Is my Berenice Mate. So she was out I think for 2 years now. Has she been out for 2 years due to injury? So this would be like her first competition in 2 years. We would have to wait and see how that happened. So those are basically my prediction for Zagreb. Again, I don't know how this thing is going to play out. We would absolutely have to wait and see. But you guys let me know in the comment. What are your prediction? What do you think is going on in figure skating right now? Are you also icked out? Let me know in the comment.